Much love. And I know you're doing great because you're alive and you're breathing and you're listening to the sound of my voice. Salute, foot soldier here. Born and raised from the real brothers and sisters that's teaching out there. And as we all like to say, doing the damn thing in a righteous way. And I'm always calling down that protection from our great creator for ourselves and from ourselves. And always giving an honor to our moms and our dads. And may my dad rest in peace and in power. And let's give that honor to our grandparents, shall we? And may they, if they pass, which mine has, my grandparents rest in peace and in power. And I do that to keep their spirit alive. Because I always treasure and I always honor my ancestors, past and present. And my condolences to all those, young or old, that may have passed in the present, in the past, in the future. Because we all will transition one day. So I always give that grateful honor to that aspect of our lives. And that's what keeps me strong and keeps me real and keeps me connecting to the real brothers and sisters out there, which is in the world, and my brothers and sisters, my online family, because I got a biological family and I got some spiritual brothers that I truly connect to, and it's beyond an online connection. It's a real spiritual family connection, and you have to open yourself up to reach it. And we're gonna get into family, and I incorporated this topic, hip-hop family, because I always incorporate my family in my music. And yes, I still do hip-hop, and I'm not ashamed to say I'm 51 and I love hip-hop. And it ain't that I don't leave hip-hop alone. Hip-hop won't leave me alone, because in my spirit, and I'm sure many of my brothers and sisters out there that truly love hip-hop to the highest level of loving hip-hop. I mean, like we eat, sleep, breathe hip-hop, and this incorporates any passion for music that you have. But this particular topic is going to be on hip-hop. And what I've learned from a lot of my great brothers and great sisters, but this particular topic I learned from a great brother. And he taught me, from me listening and from me kind of doing my own studying and researching. And I always incorporate aspects of my life into my hip hop. And to me, hip hop, it's just something I love. It's a way to express. And I'm sure many of my hip hop heads out there can relate to this. It's just something you have to do. Sometimes you just need it to release. And I always like to say my music is for people to listen to and be uplifted, but it's also for myself. And that's what keep you authentic and original, and having confidence in yourself and having your own style and not trying to copy anyone else's style, and not being afraid of doing you and expressing how you feel within your spirit on hip hop. And what I've learned, what the real definition of hip hop is high infinite power, helping our people. And that's what keeps me rooted in the lovely hip hop. And I'm so grateful to be at 51. Yes, I'm 51. Not ashamed to say I'm 51, because one must know thyself. And you don't have to be at 51 to know thyself. It just depends where you are in life. Everybody's an individual. So, and family's important, because I always incorporate, if I didn't say that already, I always incorporate my family in my hip hop, in my music, is my motivation. And that's what keeps you authentic. You know, that's what's beautiful about the black culture. We incorporate things around us into our music. Now, it's okay to talk about the real things and some of the sad things, but you have to balance. You have to incorporate some of the good things and the positive things. You got to throw that in there. You got to keep that good energy, because you can't let that negative energy take you over. Because, especially if, now, my take on hip hop and getting it out there is different than other artists and how they get their music out. Me, I just do my music, upload it, do what I do, put it out there, and let the universe work. Because when you're doing it, when you're authentic and you're doing it for the love and you're doing it for therapeutic purposes and also lifting others and getting the motivation and the support of just getting a good response from someone about your music, telling you it's good, that's when it's enough. That's when it makes you want to keep going. Just hearing somebody telling you that you have great music and they like what you do, and they give you ideas of, like, for instance, it's a song I did called Where They Do That At, and I went in. Now, one thing I always do, and that's another thing we have to incorporate in hip hop family. You have to be true to yourself and you have to be honest. Now, I'm a very enlightened guy. I'm an uplifting guy. I would do anything to lift a brother or sister up. But I don't ever want to come off as I'm perfect and I do everything right and I'm floating on the cloud, because that's not what I teach. I don't teach floating on the cloud love. I teach tough love. So, that being said, in some of the tracks that you will hear me lay, which you can go on some of my videos here on my channel, and you can listen to some of my music. Some of it is enlightened, smooth, laid back, and some of them I'm going in, and I might use a little profanity, because sometimes you gotta be firm with that point, because it's different individuals. Everybody's different, so you have to you stay with a good grace agenda, but you have to get a little aggressive. You have to balance the two. You can be calm and aggressive when one knows thyself. And this takes studying. It really does. It takes studying yourself. It takes checking yourself. I always like to say, go into your invoice, check those lists, check those things, day-to-day basis, just to keep yourself kind of updated, kind of like a computer, you know what I'm saying? Not to say, you might have heard other brothers and sisters say that, so I don't never want to, like I'm copying someone, but that's true. That's real talk. That's facts. You have to update yourself on a daily basis. And being real makes you feel better about your music. And another thing that you have to learn doing music is that you're not going to please everybody. Not everybody is going to roll with you. But that don't, you just take that as a learning tool. You say, okay, what do I need to do? What can I do to reach people? But that's when you're being true at heart and you're not just trying to get on and get signed real quick and blow up. I like the slow process. To me, that's the fun part. The slow process and watching it and being fresh, because you don't want to become stale. It's okay. Sometimes it's cool to be, you have to wait your time. You have to wait your turn. You have to stay in your lane, play your part. Everybody plays a part. That's something I always say. And you have to be grateful that you have that gift, that you can spit fire on the mic. When you can bring words that uplift people, and you can spark that emotion in a brother or a sister, especially if you uplifting them. That's why it's one thing that you will always hear me say, even without hip hop. This is concerning hip hop and family. That's why I got this up here. You never know who you touching. It could be, you can make 1,000 videos or 1,000 songs and hit that one person and change their life, and you see them at some point in your life and they come and touch you and put that gold in you, all because you touched that one person. Through the mix of 1,000 people, that one come along and connect from that universe, because that's what the universe does. That's what something I always say. When you do right, it always come back, even if it seems like it takes forever. And that's the same. That law of attraction is my thing, and it works through good hip hop too. Law of attraction can work through good hip hop, and also karma can come through hip hop. You have to be, well, this is just my opinion. I think one should be careful the energy they put on hip hop, especially if you're connected to family, if you have children. And because I think it, you don't see it at the time, and we all have been young. I have nothing against my young brothers and sisters that's rapping out there. We all came through that era. I was young, but one thing I will say for my young brothers and sisters, this new generation in the rap game, and I see a lot of, and I'm not up on all hip hop, the latest names and who's new, cause I got a life, I got things I'm taking care of, I got accountabilities, responsibilities. So I'm not up on every rapper, but I'm a very passionate person, and I'm very grateful to be able to have the gift to spit words on the mic, and to write words on paper or type it, or however you put your rhymes together and put a puzzle together, and you rhyme words and you mix it into a song. That's a beautiful thing to me. I never take rap, hip hop for granted. I love hip hop, and it's like I said, it's therapeutic. It's cheaper than going to a therapist. I tell you that. It's a good way to release. It's better. It's worse things you could be doing than doing hip hop. That's why I don't care when people say, "Oh, you 51, you too old to be." Says who? Says who? I'm doing what my creator. Like I said, I'm not trying to. I tried to leave hip hop. Hip hop won't leave me. It's in my soul. It's buried. I love hip hop. Like I said, I don't know everything there is about hip hop, but I'm passionate about it, and I know I love it. And with that being said, a lot of hip hop that's out today with the new generation, a lot of it I can say I don't care for it, and I don't like the energy it gives to some of our young youth. But all I can say, I don't judge it, because one thing I learned from a great brother that I listen to all the time, right here on my online family on here online. You take the bad, and you take the good, and you leave the bad. You sift through it. You analyze it. And this is something I learned from a great brother. Salute. And so with that being said, it's just some of our brothers and sisters that are putting that wrong energy in hip hop. I just hope they're ready for the karma that will come back upon them for the wrong energy that they're putting in hip hop. Because, like on my banner, it's a high infinite power helping our people. Okay, now when you began hip hop, did you know that was the definition of hip hop? Or did you think it was just making some cool ass verses and throwing it on the beat and getting a lot of views and getting known and making money? And it's okay to do those things. There's nothing wrong with that. That's what comes with having a great talent, and having people want to invest in your music and pay money for it. But I mean, if you study the laws of attraction and you're using, let's say, the great creator's gift, the universe gift, because it's a universal language. Hip hop is a universal language. So it is part of the universe. So it is part of the law of attraction, and it can be a part of karma. And I always say karma can be good or bad. Law of attraction is in everything because it's in our thoughts and it's within our bodies. That's why they say you have to tap into that God within, that righteous. People, I wonder why some brothers, and not all, and this could be young or old, why are they afraid to be righteous? You know, what is so wrong with being righteous? What do you think you're gonna lose by being righteous? So you have a few people, a few fans fall off. Maybe you would turn them righteous also if you take that chance. You won't know unless you try it. But my brothers and sisters, my hip hop heads, my real hip hop heads that know what hip hop's about, if you're not helping our people, then what are you doing hip hop for? If you're not aware of the families that's supporting your music, buying your music, and you say, I mean, once you, okay, I'm gonna see if I can give an analogy or an example. Okay, the Creator gives you this great gifts. Okay, the Creator gives you gifts, and the devil likes to give you gifts. Okay, now the difference is the Creator, when he drops the gifts in you, when you finally get it, of course, he doesn't like to give it to you right away. It depends on the individual, because some of us are not ready for great gifts, and some of us don't appreciate our gifts and wonder why shit happened to us long down the road. But that's another video, another story. And that goes back to the law of attraction and karma. What you put out is what the fuck you get back. So, but in any event, you know, like I say, we see it with the celebs time and time again. You know, I can go deep in this. It even, like I said, I love hip hop. My two loves is hip hop and family. And when you put bad energy out there, negative forces, and it's connected to money, and it's able to get easy access and get put broadcast all over real quick. And, you know, not everybody mind, especially a lot of the young minds and the ones that's really into social media, can handle the imagery and will begin to confuse reality, fake with reality. They'll start blurring the lines. And that's why I like I say, I'm a Sigma male, and I talk when necessary. And I like to move at a slow pace. You know, you walk down, you know, let's say, what's that old saying? You walk down, you know, like a lion hunting, and say it's a bunch of, we're gonna say a cows or gazelle, or if it's two lions sitting there looking at some gazelle, let's say it's a herd of them, and you know, something they're hunting. You don't run down, you walk down, you take your time, because if you run down, you spook them all and run them all off. No, you creep down, and that's how the great Creator works. And once you get to that final destination, after he showed you, you know, the realities, and the Creator teaches you discernment and the do's and the don'ts, and you've listened and you open up your heart, your soul, and your mind, you are that much more appreciative of your gift. Now let's go to the flip side. The devil, he'll give you his right away. Oh yeah, it's gonna right away everything. It's gonna tell you everything up front. Yeah, as long as you got your gifts, you're gonna get everything right away. Fame, you're gonna get pushed. Boom, you're gonna be right there overnight. And they give you the fruit right before they squash them. And many of us, we have seen it time and time again. It's really something that don't need to be discussed anymore because it happens over and over again. So, like I said once before, in this hip hop game, the corrupt side of it it's just unfortunate to always see someone in hip hop going through beefing or going to jail or drug overdose, going to court or pending a court case. Because I love hip hop and I love all my brothers that contribute to hip hop. I never judge anyone. And I know a lot of the brothers in the hip hop game got families and daughters and sons, and we don't know. Only they know and the creator know. All we can do is speculate and call down great protection from our great creator, from the gods of the universe, that most high, that he bring them to their senses. And we just don't forget, at least our young generation, our young brothers and sisters, at least just study high infinite power, helping our people. Try to just help one. But like I said, we all have been young. I'm 51. When I was in my 20s, I did some crazy shit. The shit I did, how I thought. So, but I just want my young brothers and sisters to know. Just think long term. Don't think right now. That's what will get you in trouble. I always like to say, what you do righteous in the present will always benefit you in the future. So just be careful on your different exploring yourself and being who you want to be and who you are. You have to be, especially when, if you by yourself and you're not connecting a lot of people, but if you in the limelight and you on, you on Instagram and you everywhere and you popping and you got different images that, some people shouldn't see, that, that's when it's a problem. But we, like I said, we all been young. We all went through phases and did different things. So all we can do is keep calling down that protection for our youth and keep on being the troopers and not getting off of the path that we're on and staying strong. Because I'm always love hip hop and I'm always love my family, no matter what. Because if it wasn't for family, I wouldn't be sitting here speaking right now. So love your family. And, because like I said, we in a weird time. You love hip hop, write them songs. I don't write them till the wheels fall off. Love on your family as much as you possibly can. And we got to get back to the basics, my soldiers, soldierettes. Because that is the true definition of hip hop. High infinite power, helping our people. And family. We got to keep family. We got to get that black family back. And be powerful, more powerful than ever. Because I see it. And what I say before, we gonna squeeze the devil right the fuck off the earth. And we taking over. My great creator has had enough. My hip hop family out there, try your best to maintain in this crazy world. And I got love, nothing but love. My motive will always be love, peace, and power. Remember, y'all, to my hip hop heads, to those that just starting in hip hop, try to keep it in your heart the best you can. And I know you didn't. I know, cause we can lie to other people, but we can't lie to ourselves. When we get alone and we walk and we look in that mirror, that's when the true us comes out and talks to us. I don't care what we say in front of us, cause that's a power that the devil will never have over the great creator, because the devil ain't trying to deal with shit. The great creator is. And that's what makes you more powerful, and it makes you lift up soldiers. Because the devil's about tearing down, but the great creator is about building up from generation and generation. And it ain't gonna never stop, because the power is here. And I know this in my spirit. This is a feeling that many of us are feeling. And I give thanks to my great brothers and sisters, my family, my children, people I've grown up with, people I've learned from, my righteous brothers and sisters right here online. So keep that good hip hop. Sit back and listen to a good hip hop song from back in the day to keep your spirits lifted. Look at an old family portrait, old friend, a brother, a sister, uncle, and just keep hold of those good family, quality hip-hop times. High infinite power, helping our people. I love hip-hop, and I love family, and I love lifting. My soldiers and soldierettes, salute, listening to the sound of my voice. And I give honor to those that built this soldier before you, to all my brothers and sisters all over the world. May you have peace in your part of the world, wherever you are right now. And as always, have a great, great, strong one.